Good afternoon and good evening to you all. Welcome to today's edition of the Full 100, the first of the week. It is Monday, the 30th of November, and the month's over again. And it's Christmas month as of tomorrow. Unreal. I mean, we locked down. It feels like we locked down from the winter, and now we're getting unlocked in the winter again. Like the whole of the summer and spring just disappeared. Geez, guys, we've got some interesting topics today. First breaking news is that America's proposing something that I believe might work over here as well. We'll look into it when we get into the show, as well as a couple of other bits and pieces. So, guys, without further ado, let's get down to today's show. I want to start with the breaking news, guys. It's unbelievable, but I can see it working. Now, the US have put out a proposal. One of the candidates who ran for president in this presidential run on the Democratic side, but obviously Biden beat him, which Biden then went on to face Trump, put a proposal that those who don't want to take, that people should be paid £1,500 basically to take the vaccine. So whether you wanted to take it or didn't want to take it, if they pay everybody £1,500 to take it, it guarantees a higher uptake of the vaccine. A higher uptake of the vaccine also equals to more people and more immunity in the community. So like the herd immunity thing. So when you get 70% is the number that the experts are trying to hit. If you have 40% vaccinated, you got a huge gap of 60% of the population not vaccinated. What do I think of the proposal? I think it's a fabulous proposal because I think it kills two birds with one stone. It puts money back out in society, and there's a lot of people suffering at the moment. And secondly, I can see many of these guys who marched at the weekends. You know, I've been to one of their marches. Many of them look hard up. They're proper working class guys. I mean, there's a lot of educated amongst them, but majority are your Trump type of people who don't really know what's going on, so they're very prone to misinformation. That's the God's honest truth. I'm not disrespecting anyone. But when I look at the crowd of the people who are marching, I think they'll pull the rug from underneath the likes of David Icke and Kay Shemirani and all these people who spread fake news. I think they will kind of break their legs by paying people, because you will find a lot of these guys will go and get the vaccine for the sake of the £1,500. They're gonna forget all of the conspiracies about it, all of the change of DNA. Yeah, vaccinate me. I'm happy to have my DNA changed, sir. That's what you're gonna get. I can even see some of them boasting to their mates, mate, I got it up my neck, mate. Where am I getting my £1,500? You know? So yeah, I think it's a great idea. And I think they should roll it out over it. So take a look at my first video, guys.
Former Maryland Congressman and presidential candidate John Delaney wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post this week advocating the idea of people being paid $1,500 to take the vaccine. He says it might help limit skepticism among folks that are hesitant to take it. What do you think of the idea of paying people to take the vaccine?
Oh, I think it's a fabulous idea. Representative Delaney is my old congressman, and I love his idea. Look, in our best year with influenza, we only vaccinate about 48% of adults and about 64% of children, and we need to do much better than that. We need to vaccinate 70% of the population. So if you look at our experience trying to get people to wear masks, we tried altruism, protect your neighbors, and that didn't work. More recently, we've tried to get people to protect themselves, and that doesn't seem to work. So maybe money works, and I'm all about paying people to do the right thing. So sure, so many people in this country are hurting financially. They need stimulus. They need some stimulus money. Get vaccinated, send the government your receipt, and get paid. I'm okay with that. Let's do that.
When it comes to the coronavirus and the coronavirus vaccine, and that they might think that this is some sort of a bribe to, implant a microchip in them or something. What would you say to those folks?
I think what we need to do is a lot of public education. As soon as a vaccine is made available to me, I'm going to get it. I'm going to urge my family to get it, my friends to get it, and my patients to get it.
Welcome back, guys. What do you think? I mean, I know this. I know that this resistance that these guys are putting up, these people are putting up, I know if you flash money at them, the resistance will go out the window. You know, we're not fake. We are real. If we say we're taking, you don't need to pay me to take it, because I've done my research. I've done my homework. And my next video will show you, so you can do your own homework. But yeah, I believe that's bear in mind that's an American proposal at the moment. But that's a very short clip of a very long bits and pieces of information, and many of the scientists are up for it, and many of the leaders are up for it too. So it looks like something that just might take off over there, and if it does, then watch this space. I guarantee that they will be paying something close to that, £1,000, maybe £1,500. No, in the UK, they might want to give people 250 quid or some stupidness like that. If they're smart, they make it very, very enticing, attractive, rather than 250, 750. Make it anywhere between £1,000 to £1,500. Guys, over to my next video. This is a look at the UK. The UK has ordered 7 different vaccines, guys. I promised you guys a very long time ago, when I started my videos back in April, I promised you all that I'll keep you informed about the vaccine. I've had people hate on me because of that. I've had people say I'm dumb. I've had people say, oh, you're confused. I've had people say all sorts of stuff. But I know there are people who say those and secretly watch my videos to stay informed. So here's another, for those of you who do care, here's a look at the 7 different vaccines that are coming to this country. Now, this is why it's so important to do your homework, because at least you know which one you're likely to take. So for example, I can tell you straight away, my main favorite right now is the Pfizer and the Pfizer and BioNTech, right? And my second favorite is the Oxford and AstraZeneca one. That's the British one. But some days I wake up and I put the British one in front, and other days I wake up and I put the Pfizer one in front. It just depends. So I might have to make that decision at the very last moment. However, here is a video to show you where we are as Britain and the vaccines that the UK government have already paid for. So this is what's coming your way. No guesswork, no fake news. This is what you are going to get as of next year when they start shipping the vaccines to the UK. That's number one thing. Number two thing is, bear in mind, okay, that the fake news that some of you got about a week and a half ago. Some of you got that. I got it 3 or 4 times, the same video. Some of you got that on your phones where they're showing you the packet of the vaccine, yeah? The packaging of it. And I know that the friends who sent it to me, after I spoke to them, they said, oh yeah, you know, I don't know why I didn't do that maths. But a lot of people did not do the mathematics of, this thing hasn't been approved. It's being kept so secret because one company wouldn't want the other company to get their details and to get their calculations and ingredients that they put into their vaccine. So everything's under lock and key. No one, when they got that video of, yeah, look, this is the packaging of the vaccine. Yeah, look, it says your DNA and all of that. Nobody has stopped to ask themselves one important question. How did this person who done this video, how did they get the packaging for a vaccine that's not even being packaged yet? In the video, you're going to see they're still in bottles. They're still in vials. Yeah, it's not being packaged because it's not even being approved yet. So right now it's just in the lab and only the tight team. I bet there are CEOs and managers of these companies who haven't even seen this thing. That's how top secret they do this. So guys, stop believing in crappy fake news stuff. And when you do get them, just take half a minute, 30 seconds to do some calculations in your mind. Right? Just take 30 seconds to do some calculations in your mind. Here is a video, genuine video, of where we are with the vaccines. No fairy tales, no conspiracies, just the truth. Take a look.
Third spike of coronavirus infections is possible. Most areas will be placed into the top 2 tiers of restrictions. Another 215 deaths have been reported. That's people who died within 28 days of a positive COVID-19 test. It means an average of 460 deaths per day in the last week. The total number of UK deaths is now 58,245. But when might the first vaccinations take place? Here's our science editor, David Shukman.
There's so much talk about vaccines, it's easy to lose track of what's going on. So here's what we know so far. The government has ordered 357 million doses of 7 different vaccines, though crucially, none has been approved for use so far. Here's the list of those 7 and the numbers of doses ordered. Of these, the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine has now been sent to the regulators, the MHRA, for approval, and they're going through the data right now. But the BioNTech Pfizer vaccine was the first to start that process, and it's possible we'll get an answer on that very soon. So what are the regulators looking for? Well, 3 things: safety, quality, and effectiveness. And of these 3, the regulators keep emphasizing the safety of the public must always come first. Now, doses are already being manufactured in the hope that approval is given, so everything hinges on that coming through. So when might we start to see the benefits? Well, if that approval is given next month, it's possible that the first doses could be administered ahead of Christmas, though people will need 2 injections a month apart, so they won't get immunity straight away.
Welcome back, guys. Right, we're going to switch over to politics now. And we're going to go over to the US. I'm loving what's going on in the US at the moment. I'm really loving it. You know when you hate somebody and they trip, they fall over, and you laugh and you're so glad it happened to that person? Can you imagine if every day you came out your house, you saw that person trip again and again and again? That's the joy most people are having right now. Where we watched Donald Trump lose over 30 attempts in court. The last one was disgraceful. A Republican judge is disgusted. A Republican like him, someone he put in on the seat in the judge as a judge. So guys, take a look, and now the whole thing is backfiring on them. That's even worse, because they still got 2 elections in Georgia, reruns of 2 Georgia Senate seats that are crucial. At the moment, it's 50-48. My bad, 50-48. So 50 to the Republicans. If they win these 2, and those 2 seats belong to them, so they're incumbents sitting on that rerunning against 2 challengers who are Democrats. So at the moment they got 50 and Democrats got 48. If Democrats win those 2 seats, they become 50-50. When the Senate's equal at 50-50, the vice president becomes the breaker of that tie. And the vice president, as you know, is Kamala Harris. So now the Republicans in Georgia are having a nightmare, because the first 2 weeks, they were backing Trump, many of them saying, yeah, the election was stolen. Now they're trying to campaign for the votes. People are saying, why are we going to come out to vote when they're going to steal anyway? They're going, no, hold on, no, you need to come out to vote, otherwise we won't win. Yeah, but why are we going to vote? You know, I mean, we came out in droves and they stole it. Oh no, we haven't seen evidence of that. This is the same people that were saying, yeah, the vote was stolen. So now, they're shooting themselves right in the head. Now Trump's getting over there on Saturday to try wake them back up. And you can see that. I want to bring that because it's going to be funny to see that, because I can see him standing there going, yeah, they stole the vote, but yeah, come out to vote. And then people are going to go, hold on, but didn't they steal the vote from you? So what's the point of going out to vote? Take a look.
In Wisconsin, President-elect Joe Biden has just picked up more votes in the state's recount. Remember, this is a recount that was requested by President Trump's campaign in its failing attempt to overturn the election results. The final count gave Biden a more than 180,000 vote edge over his rival in Milwaukee County and certified his victory. By the way, the recount cost millions of dollars, so the Trump team spent millions to lose even harder. Legal defeats also keep mounting for the president. In Pennsylvania, a Trump-appointed judge rejecting the campaign's efforts to undo Biden's certified win in that state. AB, the judge in Pennsylvania said in his ruling that calling an election unfair does not make it so. I cannot keep stressing this enough. This is a judge appointed by President Trump. Accusations of bias go out the window. Today, though, Kayleigh McEnany argued that the judges, it's a 3-judge panel, she argued that they misunderstood the case. The campaign obviously not accepting the outcome.
Donald Trump has convinced the Republican voters who supported him on Election Day, millions and millions and millions of them, that he is the victim of a mass conspiracy and the election was stolen from him. And that's why voters in Georgia don't believe that the vote on January 5th for 2 Senate runoffs is going to be above board, because they were told by the president the Georgia vote on November 3rd was not.
Welcome back, guys. Now, that's laughable, right? But listen to this. Many of you who back Trump, right? Listen to this, because there's a reason people celebrate when that guy left, was voted out. Do you know that this guy was trying to bring back the firing squad, and he's trying to do it right now because he knows he's leaving? Firing squad. It's bad enough that America is the only Western nation that still kills its people. Yeah? They rank with Turkey, Russia, Saudi Arabia. No other civilized nation still does that. That's not good enough for this guy. This guy was trying to introduce firing squad amongst other mad stuff he's already done. Take a look.
What emerges is a picture of an administration that is working on a frenzied pace to try and complete a lot of the tasks that they haven't been able to complete in the first 4 years. And just to tick through a few of those, there are environmental rollbacks, like opening up new drilling leases in Alaska. The Treasury has pulled back funds for a Federal Reserve lending program. The Justice Department rushing to complete federal executions at DHS, working to cement immigration measures. There are the pardons that are coming. Last week, the president pardoned Michael Flynn. We're told that there's an intense lobbying effort for more pardons in the next several weeks.
One proposed rule could reintroduce firing squads and electrocutions for federal executions, giving the government more options for administering capital punishment as drugs used in lethal injections become unavailable. The Justice Department surfaced the proposal in August and accepted public comments for only 30 days instead of the usual 60. You're gonna see that coming up over and over in this segment. The rule cleared White House review on November 6th, meaning it could be finalized any day. But one of the last things they're doing is trying to reintroduce firing squads for capital punishment.
Administered where, by who? Again, why? Who's in your firing squad? Which kind of person that's gonna get executed for what crime should receive a bullet to the head? Are they going to be able to smoke a cigarette and have a bandana around their eyes like in Looney Tunes?
So those of you who wanted Trump to win, I hope you pack up, move to the United States, a country that's put on 4 million infections in the last month, in the month of November. 4 million. They've been putting on over 1.1 million per week. They've lost close to 270,000 people. And on top of that, you're going to have firing squad for people who look just like me. I promise you, it will only be used on people who look just like me. Guys, look, that's the end of the videos. I'm gonna go over to headlines now. The main headline I want to bring to your attention is Israel has assassinated Iran's top nuclear scientists. Why am I bringing this news? I've never seen an assassination like this. I'll tell you quickly what happened. The guy drives around in a bulletproof car. He was driving home with his motorcade, not a huge motorcade because he's not a president, but he's got a couple security because obviously he's a target of Israel and the United States. This guy was driving and he heard gunshots. He's in a bulletproof car. He heard gunshots. When the first round of gunshots kind of stopped, the car stopped. He got out to have a look and was shot by a remote controlled gun mounted on a vehicle. So they kind of timed this. They even were watching him by drone, so they knew exactly what he was doing. And then basically when he came out the car, he got killed. But then that's not the only thing. Not just was the gun mounted on the car and was then activated or triggered by remote control, but the car that it was mounted on also exploded once the mission was done. I mean, that is assassination right out of sci-fi books. If you wrote that in a book and said that a state took out a nuclear scientist like that, people think you're far-fetched. But that's the world we're living in now, mate. It's serious stuff, serious stuff. So guys, that's the end of today's show. I hope it's been informative. I'll see you guys again on Wednesday. In the meantime, peace and love to everybody. And I look forward to Christmas and Unlock this Wednesday. So I'll see you all on Wednesday. Take care and all the best. Bye-bye now.